I just kind of handpicked some questions that I've been asked. Question number
Do y'all see what that question is? Why would they ask her that? Come on, don't do that to Diddy. I thought she was traumatized. What happened to that?
The Diddy tapes have been leaked on the internet, and pictures of Diddy himself being screenshotted from the video because he has a small you-know-what. And this video was with 50 Cent's baby mom. So I totally understand why 50 Cent is so upset about this, especially because his son.
River TV. What's up, guys? It's your girl, River.
Hey, River.
If you guys are unaware of what is going on, Daphne Joy, who is the ex of 50 Cent, she actually shares a child with him. She has been going viral over the past couple of days because of a tape leak involving her, Diddy, and another man.
The Diddy tapes have been leaked on the internet. The video is...
First of all, Diddy, let me tell you something. From now on, when you do your videotapes, try not to walk in front of the camera. Front or back. Sometimes you ain't gotta be all in the video, all on the track.
Currently going viral, and pictures of Diddy himself being screenshotted from the video because he has a small you-know-what. And this video was with 50 Cent's baby mom.
Of course, 50 Cent had his thoughts on it. She came out and spoke. We're gonna go ahead and dive into the entire situation. And of course, I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinion on this entire situation. Now, of course, Daphne and 50 Cent were in a relationship for a period of time. Again, they ended up having a child within that relationship. And when the two of them broke up, it became very tumultuous, right? There was times that...
What y'all think they broke up for? Think 50 got jealous? He looked like he loved her a lot.
Be posting on her social media, like, subtweeting him or like calling him out for things. As many people know, there is a long-standing feud between Diddy and 50 Cent, right?
They consider a pre-existing beef, right? For 20 years, right? It's me being uncomfortable.
This nigga 50 got pit bull ears.
With him.
He shit got clipped like a Doberman pincher. This nigga dangerous. All right, I'm gonna shut up. I swear to God, I'm gonna be quiet.
Feud between Diddy and 50 Cent, right?
They consider a pre-existing beef, right? For 20 years, right? It's me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester. Like, maybe you'll come play with me.
Now, somehow in, the grand scheme of the situation, she ended up actually like fostering a relationship with Diddy, right? Like, I don't know.
Which shows that the snake was in our heart from the beginning. And 50 was absolutely right to not want to deal with Diddy after wanting to take him shopping. What are you talking about? Take me shopping? Nigga, I got money just like you. What are you trying to do? That's the way they ease up on you when you behind the wall. They try to offer you something. Try to get you some cookies and cakes, little Debbie's.
If this was like a purposeful or vengeful get back from either party on, whether from Diddy or from Daphne. But she actually, got into a relationship with him. They were spotted together multiple times. And, everything that ended up going down with Diddy, she was actually named in the lawsuits. And of course, as soon as 50 Cent, found out about that, he immediately filed for full custody of their son. As you can see here, he had posted this picture on his social media in which he stated, "You moved."
I don't think I've ever seen 50 Cent smile this hard. That shit is reaching his eyes. When you smile to the eyes, to the eyebrows thin out, life was looking good. She had 50 convinced. That's why he mad. They say that is what truly carried on the beef this long. I don't know. I don't think 50 that tender, but he wouldn't let it be known one way or another.
A mile away in hopes of having another baby with me, but I was busy. So you moved back and then you started receiving money from Brother Love. Now here we are, little S worker. She then made this post on her social media, kind of like tagging back at 50 Cent. And she said, "Everything is a joke to you until our safety is compromised, which is happening now. You are wreaking real havoc, frenzy, and chaos onto people's lives. How would you feel if Sire was the one in handcuffs for nothing? We moved to New York to give you the opportunity to be a father to your son, and you saw him 10 times out of the 2 years that we lived 1 mile away from you. I am tired of upholding and protecting an image to our son that you have never even earned. Let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of forcefully.
She accusing him of everything. I don't know if y'all might want to pause and look at that, but she accusing 50 of all the stuff. Let's just say it like that.
You know what? Physically and abuse. You are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on. You have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last and final time. So again, this was, amid the whole lawsuit going on, her being named in the court files and stuff like that. And she vehemently denied it. She said that it never happened. It never occurred. She didn't know what people were talking about. She acted as though, all of the claims that 50 Cent was making was completely false. And, she had nothing to do with this situation. Only for right now, okay, the tape to have been leaked all over different platforms on the media. And, people that watched it have stated that they saw her literally in the tape doing similar actions that Cassie, was named to have done while she was in a relationship with Diddy.
This was the video that was
that's an interesting way to put it.
Sports phone named Sly. It's of course Diddy, Daphne Joy, and this Sly person. And he said he's had this video, and if you remember during the Diddy trial, it was brought up that Sly allegedly threatened to release it.
And of course, 50 Cent found out about it, and we knew that he was not going to let that pass without saying something about it.
Of course.
As you can see here, 50 Cent posted this viral post of people talking about, the tape that had surfaced online. And in the caption, he said, "She's not a victim, Sire is. Can you imagine going to 8th grade to find out this is your mom? The court system in LA thinks it's fine."
Yo, and that's true. Larissa Pippen's son just came out. Well, he didn't make any strong statements, but he alluded to and let his feelings be known that's no walk in the park. Because his mother was doing it to all kinds of people. Future, he dropping albums about your mother. You trying to go to school every day. It's gotta suck. And now if her son's mom, Sire's mom is in the news. The number one trending topic on Twitter. There's no way the kids in your school don't know. It's definitely going to put a terrible stigma on him. And I would venture to guess in the future, he's going to have issues with women and everybody going to wonder why.
She then made a post on social media and she said, "Everybody plays a fool sometime, and I have been the biggest fool. I just wanted my man at the time to be happy and satisfied. I wanted to fulfill all his desires, even if that meant breaking down my own boundaries. I deeply loved him, and I believed he loved me too. It's still so painful for me to process the harsh reality and truth of that relationship, but as time passes and in my quiet moments, I realize that it was far from love. The recent leak was a tape I never consented to being filmed on. I was blackmailed by the
not that one
person in the video and was threatened that if I didn't give him the lump sum of money, that they would leak it onto the web. I almost gave in to this demand, and once I didn't, this person eventually sold this tape to a giant media outlet. The media outlet called me one day and said they had the tape and asked if I had any comment before the release. It was the first time I ever fainted in my life.
What you faint for? You know you was doing stuff like that.
Once the media company understood the tape they purchased was revenge, and an extortion scheme, they backed off from broadcasting it. I know they are probably reading this, and I want to say thank you for doing the right thing, even though years later it's come back to haunt me again.
Oh, so it was years ago. And that's what I was wondering about. Like, is this recent? So this was years ago. Is 50, is this your baby? Or is it? It's probably not Diddy baby. Or is it the other guy? oh, Dreadlock, Bob Marley and them, Rasta. Was
It took me all day to find the courage to rewatch my abuse. Having to watch this tape.
What? What does she mean? Like how he was somebody? It was getting abused. How are you using that word? That's all I'm trying to say.
was triggering and painful because only I knew the inner
Sound
turmoil
like it.
and pressures I felt in those moments. I was not and was never in my right mind throughout the entirety of that relationship. Seeing myself so lost is excruciating. I just want to hold that girl in that room and get her out of there and tell her that
That's not what that girl in that room wanted to hold.
wasn't love and she didn't need to do this for love. My heart is breaking as I type this. I wish so many things were different, but I can't take back the hands of time. I can only continue to move forward and slowly learn to love and trust myself again. I want to love and protect myself so much that I'll never come across such a harmful environment again. This is the first time that I have ever felt a part of my own body and that my own body belongs to me. I'm precious, I'm special, I'm worthy, and this I promise to hold true in my heart for the woman I am becoming and for the woman I once lost. So she went into this whole spiel, right, of how she was never sober and like this was against her own wishes and her own will and she never wanted to do this and, you know, it was harmful to her and all this kind of
Oh, man.
stuff. And a lot of people in the comments, especially women, were like, oh my gosh, this is so heartbreaking. I can't imagine what she had to go through, like the embarrassment, the shame.
All that slong all over. All that money. All that money, them dingalings, just, she was just tormented, just money and dingalings everywhere, unlimited money and dingalings.
To all of this. And like people were starting to victimize her and like eat it all up, right? Like as most women like to do on the internet, they like to paint this picture of them always being a perpetual victim and then, you know, gain the support of women for comfort. Now, literally, like a day after she posted that and people were like kind of like, you know, calm about the situation, she decides to go onto her social media and post this video.
I just kind of handpicked some questions that I've been asked.
So that video was after the I'm sorry about my victimization. She know what she doing. Come on now. Give us a little shake. Stop playing with me.
To her social media and post this video.
I just kind of handpicked some questions that I've been asked. Question numero uno is...
Now, apparently, people had seen the video, right? Were saying that Diddy, you know, is not well endowed.
The Diddy tapes have been leaked on the internet. The video is currently going viral and pictures of Diddy himself being screenshotted from the video because he has a small you-know-what.
She knew that was a part of like the conversation.
Let me just say, I didn't watch the whole video because it's like super dumb long. But it was terrible. It was a terrible video. It was a terrible video. It was he done way better videos. This is the same dude that did been around the world and this is the best angles you could get of your lumpy ass. I don't want to see this. I was trying to see the Daphne Joy. All you get is Diddy's lumpy ass and little ding ding cupping, walking halfway over. Hiding. Why are you doing this? If that's how you feel, why are you doing this?
That's going on, you know, all over the internet. And so she posed this question, like a Q&A kind of sit down. And the question on the screen reads, does size really matter? So amongst her just, you know, making that post and saying that she wasn't sober and it was so traumatizing and she was so, you know, hurt reliving the situation.
She did this every day. Or every weekend or something like that. All the time. He was still paying her rent during trial, allegedly.
She makes this joke while advertising her OF page. And people are like, girl, what are you doing?
He traumatized her with the little ding ding. That's what she's against. That was where the hurt came in. That little ding dang. That little ding dang was messing up everything. She's like, I can't. This is wrong. Free me. What's our OnlyFans?
And people were like, girl, what are you doing? And I think this leads to a deeper conversation that women can just flip that whole victim card, that victim narrative whenever it suits them or whenever they see fit, regardless of how that is going to affect the reputation or the opinions of others. with the men that they're dealing with, right? Saying that she was a victim in this situation with Diddy, who is incarcerated, and a lot of things came out about him. Easy. But then when 50 Cent had called her out way before this tape had ever, been established on the internet, she tried to say that she was a victim in that relationship too.
Stop victimizing her.
As you can see here by the comments, the first one says, I thought she was embarrassed and traumatized.
To be with that little ding ding. That was the point.
Next comment says, I feel so bad for her son.
Yeah.
Next comment says, it's giving she leaked the tape.
Right.
Next comment says, after that statement she just released too, didn't she say she was a changed woman? Next comment says, so what was the point of the statement if you were just going to play into it? Next comment says, this some real corny-ish. Next comment says, embarrassed and traumatized but doing all this, girl bye, crying laughing face. Now this is the thing, right? Ever since the Kim Kardashian era of leveling up through, a tape or whatever kind of situation, people aren't as traumatized from these situations as ones might seem, right? Like,
not even close. What is she traumatized by, saying that we saw her doing what she obviously is doing? Like, what? I don't understand. Somebody got to see her having a good time. The lady who does this for a living, apparently, other than the 15 G's, did he give her every month at that point, allegedly, while she was being, I can't even say the word, but y'all, it rhymes with used.
Look at it almost like a blueprint. And, a lot of the people who were like, well, maybe she's the one who leaked it, or maybe this, or maybe that.
Probably.
Like, I don't know if that would have...
If she is, she's a diabolical, evil genius. Was she from Cambodia? Yeah. She a genius. She a evil... She a Vietnamese evil genius, Jack. I'm telling you, if that's true, shout out to her.
Made sense. But the fact that she is using this as a point of leverage for her business,
for money,
is absolutely absurd. And the fact that when, again, when 50 Cent was the one who was calling her out, long ago for these same situations, and she was on the internet trying to make it seem like he was telling a bold-faced lie and like he was crazy.
I know 50 wish she never met this lady. How else she get on? Who else was she? She might have been around already. You don't just jump from the street to 50. She might have been around already, but I know he wish he never crossed paths with her.
Crazy, only for her to play into said situation is wild to me.
I just kind of handpicked some questions that I've been asked. Question numero uno is...
And I think that, this is why people don't believe women instantly when they claim that they're a victim. This is why people don't believe that somebody is harming you, or that you're hurt, or that, these men are the problem. Or this is why we don't listen to stories, because so many times these women are, typing and saying like, oh, they're so traumatized while reliving the message, and they have tears in their eyes and all these things, while plotting on how or laughing in the background of like, oh, this is gonna blow over, this is not gonna affect me. It's crazy to me. And it also leads you to believe, like, how many other situations have women placed themselves as victims when they had ulterior motives in the back of their mind.
Crazy.
This takes the whole baby mama drama situation with 50 Cent to a next level, because not only did your baby mama, go and deal with your op, right? Or whatever. But then this is like, plastered all over social media, or all over the internet. And you have a child with this woman who is going to now see this.
After all of this is going so viral and it's all over the internet, it's something that will live forever. So I totally understand why 50 Cent is so upset about this, especially because his son.
And I gotta say this too. I don't know the type of woman that she was before this, but most of the time, this be the same woman that he got into a relationship. Maybe he thought she was going to be different. Maybe he didn't know her full file, because people don't just flip a switch like this.
Yeah, she been like that. That's how she is. I don't know. I'm glad you're not like that, Reva. You know what I'm saying? We gonna work it out. Anyway, let me know what you think, everybody. Is 50 Cent justified in his actions? Is this lady Daphne Joy a damn psychopath? Or is she justified in her actions? I don't know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please turn on your notifications so that you know when we drop.
Oh man, ooh, we're failing as a people.
He didn't do his own raps.
Balls, drugs, luxury.
He never made his own beats.
Balls, drugs.
This nigga ain't even sling his own dick. Suge Knight told you.
Luxury vehicles, violence.
Any nigga wanna sling dick without have to worry about the executive producer. All on the titty ball. All in the snatch.